Welcome back. Today we are going to play a very exciting event. This is actually a titled event. So we can see there are some non-titled players. Those are the ones that came from the qualifiers. But other than that, it's all titled players, which should make it a lot of fun. So right now, I believe I am the 87th seed. Yeah. All the chances to win here, obviously. Yeah, jokes aside, if I can get small plus score, I'll be quite happy, honestly. So yeah, starting in 30 seconds. So yeah, wish me luck. Let's see. Alright, all set. It's time to start. See, who are we playing? Naween JJ. Never heard of this guy. That's alright. He's offline. Hopefully he gets online soon. I don't really want to wait too long, for obvious reasons. Hello. We have some of my students in the chat. Thank you very much for your comments. There's some students and some ex-students. In any case, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for all the good wishes. And now we're still waiting for my opponent. Now this sometimes happens in Swisses where your opponent doesn't really show up. Well, I hope it does show up. Thanks again for all the good luck wishes. Yeah, thanks to Siwei, thanks to Gauri, and thanks to Love for Life, whoever that is. Yeah, thank you for all these good wishes. Okay, so seems like the game's not starting, so let me just check if there are any interesting ones. I'll just keep this tab open just in case he decides to come back. Well, let's see. What's going on here? Is the GM not moving? Has everyone forgot about this tournament? What is going on? Okay, clearly not everyone has. Okay, let's go back to the start, see if anyone... Well, some people have already won. That's amazing. Okay, most players are just waiting for their opponents. This is very strange. Guess we could take a look at some games. Oops, not this one. Sahib Singh is a pretty strong player. Let's have a look at that one. Okay. What's this? It's like some French, yeah? C4, bishop b4, takes. Yeah, this French is obviously very harmless for black. I think black's already quite comfortable. Okay, but it's blitz, so we'll see how it goes. By the way, Sahib Singh is one of India's brightest talents. So, yeah, we have some very strong players as well who are non-GMs. So it'll be a tough tournament. Because everybody wants the package. Because the first place player is going to qualify to the Sharjah Masters, and he's going to get an all expenses paid for trip to the UAE, which is really nice. Now obviously it's a long shot. You can see there are quite a lot of GMs there. So yeah, I'm just going to do my best and see where it goes. Hopefully this will be an insightful stream. Yeah, it's my first time actually streaming a live tournament, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. My opponent is still not here. We're just going to keep waiting. Well, next round, our opponent's going to be here, so it's not a problem. Here, black is doing really well. It's going to go bishop e6 or something. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there are any other more interesting games. Let's see. Don't really see anything too interesting. Let's see. Oh, we've got some endgames. We got a crazy position here where black's like, what is he? Is a pawn down. He's only a pawn down. It looks like more actually. It's wow. It's v4 line, and black goes for like a counter gambit of sorts. I'm not sure how good this actually is, but he seems to be getting a very good position. He's got a great blockade on d4, and my experience in these type of positions just tells me that usually black gets a blockade on d4. It's just full compensation for the pawn. And now it's got like very easy development. He can, well, actually he can't play bishop f5, but he'll play b6. Maybe the bishop could go to b7, or it could go to f5 as well. Rook's going to come to the open fouls. I think black's going to do very well here. My opponent is still not here. So let's check on this game. Already black is winning. So yeah, we'll go back. This is not interesting anymore. Just knight takes c3 there. It's all over. Let's see if there's anything else that's interesting. Most players aren't even here. This is interesting. Yeah. You would have thought that with such a nice big prize pool, everyone would be nice and early, but I guess I'm wrong. c4, g6. Yeah, some ground fell. Nothing too special since black's just up a pawn. Yeah, and it's probably going to win this game. Wait, check, bishop e7. Did he miss that? Suddenly move like rook b8, yeah? I guess black still has some move like f5 or something. So he's not losing. Yeah, maybe he's still better. But I don't know why he allowed this. I don't think there was any need for this. Yeah, but okay, he should win. This game, white is still thinking. Yeah, I would be. It's not a very comfortable position to have white, actually. So, can understand he's taking his time. My opponent's about to time out. And, yep, I believe that is a free win for us, which is obviously very nice. Okay, we'll take that. We don't get any rating points because it's only a Swiss win. If that happened in an arena, by the way, I would have got the extra rating points. But since it's a Swiss, yeah, can't actually do that. Oh wow, it's Ritesh. Ah, interesting. Yeah, and some people were supporting my live streams yesterday. Thank you so much. Yeah, love you guys for watching my streams. I really appreciate the support. Especially I'm just starting out with live streaming. It was mostly just on YouTube for the past few weeks. So, yeah. Well, this has gone according to what I expected. f5 is played. I feel like rook e8 is less accurate just because king f7 is coming with tempo always. But I think in any case, black is doing well. He's going to just start pushing this pawn. Okay, e5. That's very interesting. So his idea is to play e6 and go for some mate. So it makes sense for black to hit this rook immediately. There is the move e6, by the way. King e8 takes. And how is that endgame? I have a feeling that it's lost because it's two pawns after all. But with opposite bishops, it's not going to be an easy win. It's probably a win, but not easy. I feel like as white, this is your best chance. Because if you move the rook, then just d3 and the pawn's queening. So, yeah, you actually have to play e6, right? No, it doesn't play e6. That's a very strange decision. Now just Wait, if d3, I guess bishop b4. And then bishop d2. Maybe this is quite smart. Because what I didn't realize is actually the bishop on b7 is hanging. So, the idea is that after d3, he's going to play bishop b4. And if d2, you'll be able to just take it with the bishop. Because the bishop on b7 is hanging. That's interesting. I mean, we might have some desperado style with bishop f3. But I feel like white should be okay there. I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. So this one's heating up. We'll sort of come back to this at a later stage. Here white has won. What? I guess black just blundered or something. Yeah, he just blundered. Yeah, there was no need to do all of that. And suddenly he lost all his pieces. Okay. Well, it's blitz. And in blitz, strange things can happen. So in this game, he's played bishop d5. Yeah, now he's again thinking of pushing this pawn. Also, a2 is threatened. So maybe you should play something like a3. And if d3, then yeah, bishop b4. Something like that. He's stopping the pawn for now. Although, in that case, black could think of some moves like rook c7 to d2. Trying to get this pawn through. Now, white's going to bring his king. It's going to be close. Yeah, maybe king f2 or something like f4 in that line. We'll see. I think we're going down that path. Now, while we're waiting for that game, and for the rest of the games to finish, let's see if there's anything else that's interesting. Okay, we have a very strong international master here, Sahadi Samir, and it looks like he's going to win this game. He is winning all the material on the king side. This pawn on b3 is not going anywhere. Two rooks are just stopping it. Yeah, h5, h4 was of course a very good plan. I think white should have played a move like h4 just to stop it. But perhaps it wasn't in time because b3 was hanging, so it didn't have much to do. Okay, d3 was played and king f2. Interesting. He just uses his king. Maybe f4 now. Oh, g4. Okay. I guess white should probably take now, and I don't know, some move like g3 later. Something like king e3. Yeah, black's still pressing. Now I have a feeling that white's position has improved. Yeah, maybe it's not as bad as it was before. No, this tournament is not about my title. It's a titled qualifier, which means that only titled players and those who qualified from the previous Blitz events can play this. So this is actually the second stage, and the first stage was a lot of Blitz arenas, and those were open to non-titled players. And basically the top 3 from each arena would qualify to this tournament, and also titled players would qualify automatically. So I didn't play any of the first stages. I just came straight to this tournament because, yeah, I'm lazy. I don't like to play tournaments that I don't have to play. Ooh, white is creating some serious counterplay. There are like some mating ideas with bishop h6 check, and after king moves, drop the bishop back. Yeah, and it could be mate. So that could actually be quite interesting, I have to say. Very interesting indeed. Let's see. Somehow white has avoided losing more material, but I mean, this is just lost. The problem is that you just play a move like rook c2 or rook d2, and I mean, even like a rook trade should be winning. Yeah, and then just something like, I guess f5, bring the king to g5. That's what it does. Okay. Oh, king h5, g5, and king g4. The king is gonna hide behind these pawns. That's the problem for white. Although he has this idea of pushing this pawn to b7, but the king is just gonna hide behind it. So he's gonna play g5, and in b6 there's king f3. Yeah, rook b6 is tantamount to resignation. Just g5, king goes to f3, it's over. So resignation. Okay. This is getting tricky. Whoa, bishop f4. Black is mated. Black is mated. There's nothing to do. It's checkmate. This is amazing. So you're gonna see a massive upset here. Esmeralda crushing a grandmaster, and that's pretty impressive. Wow, that was a nice win. And from a position that looked terrible, like I thought we should just go straight for that endgame, and practically, perhaps he found a better chance. Yeah. So that was pretty impressive. Okay, we have Amin Ohanian, who's a fellow streamer, although I'm not sure whether he's streaming now. Okay, and yeah, he seems to be winning. It's 2 extra exchanges. Or as the Russians would say, 2 extra qualities, which is literally the same thing. Basically what it means is that black's position is hopeless. Okay, there's still bishop d5. There are still some practical chances. But now it's hitting g4. This is a nice idea. It's a really nice idea. If bishop d5 is going to play queen takes g4, that's the idea. And that's mate. And otherwise, there's not much black can do. Even rook takes g4 is an idea. Maybe even rook takes g4 now. Could be interesting. He just got to move. 1 second. Wow. 1 second. This is amazing. Rook f5. Okay, that's definitely good enough. He wants to just take queen takes g4. That's the idea. There's nothing black can do. Just rook take. No, not rook g3. Bishop d5 was his last trap. But yeah, queen g4 is a nice move. And wait, bishop e3. Queen h1. Black's going to win this game. This is incredible. Queen takes g2. And it's checkmate. My goodness. Wow. That was a dramatic turn of events. Totally unexpected, I have to say. Okay. Anything going on? Well, 3 more games. Okay, black's totally winning here. Anything else that's interesting? This one is pretty interesting. Although it seems like white is keeping the extra pawn, but takes knight c3 and we take that. But the thing is that white's... Firstly, the black knight is just trapped. Yeah, king b3 is gonna take it. Yeah, okay. King takes a4, it's over. Any knight move. And the king can't even come to take this pawn, because then this pawn just runs. And I would just play h3, whatever. You can even just take. Yeah, resigns. And I guess that should be it, right? Oh, there's still one more game. This one. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, I guess if it was a bullet game, you could do that, but otherwise, I wouldn't suggest it. Okay, so back to the tournament. But there's a 30-second break in between rounds. I didn't realize that. So I guess each round is going to take 15 minutes. I actually have a tournament tomorrow, so maybe I shouldn't be playing that many rounds. So my plan is that, yeah, if we're doing well after 8 rounds, we'll continue, obviously, try to, you know, maximize our gain. But if we're not doing too well, I might just withdraw after 8 rounds, so that'll be around 12 a.m., and that should be fair. I'm playing e4 in this game, because why not? e6. Okay, what should we play? Should we go for d4? Let's go for d4. Let's go for this line. c5 takes, obviously. Ooh, interesting. This is a very old line. It's extremely old, this line. Knight f3, I think this is the move. Knight c6. I can't remember what the move is. I think it's bishop b5. Bishop d6. Okay. I believe we're supposed to take now, and then castles. I could be wrong about all of this, obviously, but my understanding is, yeah, now we play knight b3, and, well, just ask him where he wants to go back to. No, I don't have time for rook e1, because, yeah, if bishop takes rook e1, I'm not hitting e7 enough times, so that doesn't make any sense. So I guess we just go rook e1 here. Yeah, I guess we just go rook e1 here. Well, I almost missed bishop f2, but luckily after queen v6 there's knight d4. Okay. Again, that's gonna be knight d4. Well, bishop g5 is interesting, but maybe he just plays h6. Maybe what I'll do is I'll play... But then maybe knight f5 at the end. Might be possible. Well, maybe then I'll just go back, I guess. I'll play bishop e3. I'm okay with some trades. He goes bishop f5. I'll just play c3. Very solid, obviously. Knight. So bishop e4, I guess we put the knight on d4. Which knight? I guess I'll prefer... Well, I think I'll prefer this knight. But then, I'm not sure what to do about this bishop. The nice part of putting the other knight on d4 is I can play f3. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll put this knight on d4 and I'll play f3 in the future. Because at least I can kick this bishop out. Maybe drop back to f2. Okay. Oh, we'll see, we'll see. Should I just kick him with f3? I'll do it, I'll do it. Okay, now, well, if I drop back, maybe his idea is to play knight e5. I just realized. So queen d2, knight e5. So maybe I have to go back to f2 to take control of e5 square. So he can't do that. And I should also play him faster because I'm very slow. That's not the plan, obviously. If I take bishop takes, he wants knight f5. Okay, so I must take with the knight. Now he plays knight c6. Okay. He's trying to play fast as well. Put me under pressure. Okay, so I'm going to play queen d2. Again, I'm just playing normal moves. I don't see the point to do anything fancy. Our position is very normal. And that demands very normal play. Which is what I'm going to give to him. Queen f6. Okay, so now knight e5 ideas are in the air. Actually, how bad is knight e5? Let's say I play rook d1 and plays knight e5. Oh, he's getting to c4. That's annoying. Okay, my bishop on b5 is also not that great, but I don't want to take on c6. I just don't. Not so simple. Like, I like my pieces in the center, but to continue making progress is not so easy. Maybe I should just do something simple and just double on the e file. See what he does. I just realized I was thinking of taking on d4. I guess he can do that. Should we take with the queen, or... Let's do it. Let's take with the queen. Wait, did I just blunder rook c4? I think I might have to go bishop d7, otherwise bishop a4, rook c4 looks terrible. This was not the plan. No, not at all. It was not the plan. But what can you do? It goes rook d7, obviously hitting this bishop. I'm gonna have to drop back to a square that I didn't want to drop back to. Again, not much I can do about this. He is forcing my hand. Okay, the good news is he can't play rook c8. Bad news is that you can play a move like rook c4, I guess. But then I have easily rook d1. So I guess it's not that special. He plays h5. Okay. Maybe what I can do is I can play rook e1. And if rook c4, I might counter-attack him with rook e7. That could be interesting. But then maybe he takes and goes rook d2. That could be annoying. Oh, rook c4, I'll just go rook d2, I guess. You know what? I'm just gonna do the chicken thing. Just trade it off and play rook c8. It's very chicken, I know, but... The point is that if he plays rook e7, it'd be much easier for me to just cover all the squares on the... What am I talking about? Bishop d3 is a move. I was gonna say it's gonna be much easier to cover the squares on this file, and then I realized, yeah, that's not really the case. Okay, maybe I can play rook c3, because if check, I think I can just go king f1. I don't see any good discoveries for him. If rook d2, then just king e1. I'm okay with a draw after having messed up everything. So, let's just do it. This is a bailout attempt, really. It's not very brave, I'll acknowledge that. But sometimes in chess, you have to be practical rather than brave. So I'm thinking I can play rook e3, takes bishop a2 and go bishop c8 there. And yeah, if he pushes the b pawn, I'll take a6. And otherwise, I don't see how he defends these guys. So I'm going to play rook e3, which is, yeah, some sort of a tacit draw offer, really. Because it's like rook c7, rook c3, and that's a potential repetition as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we have less time as well. We gotta be practical when we have less time. By the way, my apologies. I'm looking at the chart while I'm playing. Obviously, I don't want to be accused of any, you know, weird behavior. Let's put it that way. You want to play fair chess on my channel. That's my motto. Yeah, it's what I teach all my students as well. So, yeah, my apologies if I don't see some of your messages during the game, but I'll be sure to catch up, you know, during the break. I guess I'll play rook c3 now. I have ideas like b3. I guess this is almost like a tacit draw offer. Maybe if he plays rook c7, I might pause a while. Maybe there's a move b3. Maybe there's no need to repeat that, actually. b3, bishop b5, a4. Oh, but then he gives a check. Say king g3, and then he goes bishop c6. How is that? Is that something I can play for a win? Rook e7, maybe? But then, okay, he just plays f6 or something. I think he can easily just protect all his pawns here. And he's ready to start hitting my pawns, so I think we should just take the draw after that. I don't see, you know, any reason for us to play on. We are a bit down on time. Unless he uses up all his time, in which case we might think a little bit. Because even though it's 2 seconds, it's, you know, it's still time, yeah. Okay. I'm okay with a draw. It's a fair result. I got nothing from the opening. And sometimes in chess, there's nothing you can do. Okay, what can you do? I mean, I'll take that. He was a higher rated player, so can't really complain too much. Decent start. Let's see if there are any more games. I'm sure there aren't any more games. So game was quite fast, really. Here, Black's. This was the guy who beat the GM in the last round, and it seems, unfortunately, that he's just getting mated. I played with this chess player guy. What? Why didn't he take? Interesting. I guess he didn't want to allow king takes h6, which was also completely winning. But yeah, there's not a single check here. It's amazing. Yeah, I don't understand that. Even just queen g6 if you want to. Anything is winning. Okay. And you resign. Okay. Next game. Any other games? This one, I mean, there's so many pawns, but the problem is that white's going rook b7, so he's going to pick a7, and this a pawn is going to cost black a queen. That's my prediction. We'll come back in a few minutes, see if that's true. Anything else? Let's see. Okay, we have an interesting Sicilian where a lot of stuff is hanging here. Wait a second. If queen takes a5, so the idea is if knight takes d5, there's rook takes d5 protecting this. Yeah. So queen takes a5 is the obvious move. Now knight f6 gf, rook g3 is his idea. Aha, this is interesting. So king h8. Actually, how does this work? Queen g4, bishop h6. Ah, the rook is hanging. Oh, this is actually... Whoa, wait. Can I give a check first? Okay. So I'll take. Takes. Oh, I can't do that. Because queen g4 right away. So maybe what I do is I give a check now. I give rook c1 check immediately. King h2, and now I take. Is that possible? Sorry. Now I take a5. Was that possible? I'm not sure. That's interesting. Okay, this is our mode because he's just taken d5, and I think the issue is that I think white is just gonna win this. Because even though the knight's a little bit stuck, it's gonna come back to c4 at some point, and white's gonna win. So I think, as dangerous as that looked, I think black had to go for that position. Yeah, with rook c1 check and then queen a5. Oh, but then I just realized queen g4, rook g3, and yeah, the rook no longer protects the last rank, so I think that's actually mate. Yeah. So I think that was just mate. Don't think there was anything black could have done there. I guess that's what he saw. Yeah, that would make sense why he declined that draw. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, it's still early, it's still round 2, so you know, everything to play for still. g3. Okay, this is still not easy. You can take d2, take on b3. Yeah, this is... Wait a minute, if rook d6, there's rook c4. Queen d5. Okay, so there's still rook d7. Wait, was there rook... No, there was not rook d4 because e5 was hanging. So, he had to hit the queen. And... Yeah, I think black is actually fine here. Maybe actually white could be in some danger if he's not careful. d2, queen b7. Now, suddenly black is okay. Wow, this is amazing. It's not what I expected. Wow. Okay, that was epic. That was a really great save. He brought his bishop to h6, took on d2. That was a nice save, for sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. The pawn just queen. Okay, let's go back and see if there are any more games. Don't tell me they're going to flag this, seriously. This is the state of online chess nowadays. Oh, just to say that I agreed to draw. Okay, I have some hope for online chess now. Because in Title Tuesday, I see people flagging this every single round. It's just disgusting. Yeah? Like, it's one thing to flag a position where you can win, but not like rook against rook. That's just disgusting. Funny thing is that actually a few days ago, someone tried to flag that position against me in an actual tournament. It was really epic. That's why I always say you should play with increment, because there's no increment. It's just a farce, really. Whoa, this is interesting. So we have Sahib, who's queening with check, but amazingly there are no checks. There's only one check on e4. Okay, I guess this is a draw. Okay, but king h5. Maybe I shouldn't allow that. Okay, but the king comes back, yeah, and chases the rook away, I guess. Just king f2. That should be an easy draw. Okay, rook e8's fine as well. The Indians are very good at these endgames, so yeah, obviously white's never losing this. I've seen white players lose this before, but the Indians are very good at these endgames. He's not going to lose this. It's going to just be a draw, actually. And black is already accepting the draw. Okay. That's fair enough. Still games. This is amazing. Rook. This one is crazy. Check. Like, the pawn is just one square from queening. This is epic. Yeah. This is so funny. I guess white just has to be careful about ideas like sacking the rook for it. Luckily, rook d7 checked met by rook d6. So yeah, rook d4 was a threat, that's why he had to move the bishop. Maybe this rook takes b4, but okay, then rook f2. So it's still not that easy. I would think it would be easier. King b2. I guess just like move your rook along the 6th rank. Rook e6, yep. Okay, he's struggling a little bit to win this. Now I guess you start pushing e6. No, e6 check would be a disaster. So yeah, I like what he's doing. He's just controlling the last rank. Making sure that all these ideas not working anymore. Now just e6. You can even sack the rook for that pawn. That's how good your position is. Not just e6. Okay, b5. That's more than enough. Just b6. Yeah, check king d6. That's an easy win. Or king b5 also. And not just b7. Or rook takes g2 also. Even rook takes g2. Okay, now he's queening and finally resigns. So we are... Yeah, we are entering the 3rd round now. That's should be interesting. There are 11 rounds, so it's going to be a long tournament actually. That's an interesting thing, yeah. Don't know why my stream's not appearing. I'm just going to try to ask them to check it. Hopefully. Okay. Oh, we're playing the guy who drew the GM just now. Interesting. Okay, I'll take that. E4. Should go for Sicilian. Let's go for Sicilian. Why not? Knight f3. Knight c6. Bishop b5, g6, Rossalimo, c3. Forgotten the theory here. That's not a good sign. I think the move was knight f6. Oh, I can't remember. Bishop g7, you can play d4, takes. And d5 is considered quite a bad line for black. So I think the move was knight f6. I don't know. I can't remember already. Bishop g7, d4. If takes, queen f5 is knight c3, so that doesn't work. Does the immediate queen a5 make any sense? I don't think it does. Or maybe it does. I don't know. I feel like I'm confusing myself now. Let's just go knight f6 and see where it goes. Okay, he's thinking, so maybe I messed it up already. I'm hoping I haven't, okay? Because that would be a bit of an early stage to mix up something. That being said, it wouldn't be atypical of me to do that. Yeah, I completely forgotten all my theory. That's not a good sign. Especially with national champs coming up. I am sometimes just completely blank in some of these lines. So it goes queen e2, thinking of e5, makes sense. Oh, I guess e5, knight d5, queen c4 could be some sort of an idea. Ah, maybe that's his idea. Not something I particularly want to allow, but I'm not sure what exactly I can do against this. A bishop g7, e5, knight d5, queen c4. I can play knight c7, but then you can take on c6 and then take c5. I have nothing there. This is not nice. And I don't exactly want to play d6, because then e5 my structure is just destroyed. Although maybe that's the lesser evil. Maybe it's what I actually should go for, as opposed to what I can go for. But I'm even more worried that he actually takes with the bishop, yeah. So e5 takes bishop c6 and knight e5. Then it gets a bit awkward for me to protect all. But then I have queen d5. Okay, maybe that's what I have to do. I have to play d6. It's not a move I want to play, but perhaps it's a move I have to play. We'll see how this goes. If d4, I guess I can take it and go bishop d7. That should hold things together for now. Yeah, I don't know. Strange position. Or maybe just bad position. Really could be either, because I don't know this line. Okay, it plays e5 or not primo bc, in case it does it. I think he should take on e5 first, because if bishop c6 takes, I have queen d5. So he takes on e5 first. I don't see anything other than bishop d7, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm actually threatening knight takes e5 now, which forces his hand. He can either take on d7, go for this type position, or he can take on c6. I'm going to play bishop takes, and go for this type of, and try to attack my pawns. Yeah, that's interesting as well, but also it'll not be so easy, because I'll be able to create some counterplay against his pawns. Like if he pushes d3, I'll be able to play queen d5, rook d8, and get some sort of counter attack against his pawn on d3. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So we're going straight for this line. Knight c6 is forced. My next move will be bishop g7, almost certainly. It will be now rook e1. Okay, if castles, then queen e7. If rook e8 gets queen d8, it's pinned along the last rank, so I have to play rook d8. Takes. And I guess king f1. I don't know how much compensation I have there, but I have interesting play after knight g4. So you know what? I'm going to just sack it. I don't really care about this pawn too much. I mean, I feel like with his pieces on the last rank, there's got to be something. So he can't take, surely. There would be some sort of suicide. So he plays something like d3 is what I expect. And then I'll play queen d5. He still can't take it because of rook e8 now. And then maybe I have rook d8 ideas, try to counter-attack this pawn. Because now I'm going for some sort of dynamic play, because my position, the pawn structure isn't, at least visually, it doesn't look that good. So I need to try to get counterplay ASAP. So that's my idea with queen d5. Simple chess. Okay, it's my queen. I guess I'll have to move my queen to f5 or something. Because if I move my queen back, he could have... Well, he doesn't have ideas of take, so maybe I could have dropped back. But I feel like f5 just seems more natural. It's still hitting this pawn, obviously. Should I play the f rook or the a rook? That's the eternal question in chess. Personally, I feel like it should be the f rook. Because the a rook might be useful on the b file, especially after some moves like knight e4 takes. I might want to move like rook b8 to hit b2. Yeah, so I'm thinking knight e4, knight takes de, and just queen e6. Okay, it just defends it rook d1. So, rook d7 makes sense, I guess, to try to play rook d8. I'm going to go for that. Yeah, let's see how this turns out. I have a lot of pressure on d3, so that should help. I actually really like this time control 5+2. It's a lot of, I wouldn't say it's a lot of time, but it's a decent amount of time. So he's trying to play g4. So rook d8, g4, my queen has no good square, so I'll have to play h5 actually to stop g4. I'm not sure who this inclusion has actually favored. On one hand, it's nice for him to create this square on h2, but on the other hand, h5 is not a move that I oppose playing either. And next move is going to be rook d8. But I guess maybe he did have to do something about his back rank at some point. So, okay, I guess it makes sense. I'm going rook d8, pretty much regardless of what it does. Ah, I get it. Rook d8 is going to play knight a4. Takes, and he's going to play knight takes c5. Can I do anything to stop that kind of thing? I don't think I can. So my best is just to hit d3 as many times as possible. He's going to hit c5 in a way I can defend it. I'm going to have to take this pawn, I believe. I don't see any alternative. I'm going to have to take it. Rook takes. Do I take with the rook? I have to take with the rook, then knight c5. And rook e3, queen e3. I have a feeling he's going to take on d3 first. Nope, I was wrong about that. So it's forcing me to take on d1. I guess I have to take on d1 again, right? Well, he gets the d file. That's annoying. Can I play something like rook d6? Takes, because I don't want to give the d file. Maybe it takes and plays knight b3, hitting a7. No, but then I have a check, so maybe that's what I do. I just like play rook d6, ask him how he's gonna force me to take. I mean, I guess rook d1 was okay as well, but I feel like he would be very comfortable with all the checks. He would be the one that would be pressing. I don't want to allow that. So he plays b3, just solidifying. My plan was to play some sort of knight e4 move. Takes, and just try to say that it's not going to be that easy for you to attack these pawns. Also, it's been nice to get rid of one of his really good pieces, which is this knight, obviously. I'm going to do it. It seems logical enough to me. I see no reason to just go with it. I also see no other move other than knight takes e4. I guess he can play rook takes d6 first. But after e takes d6, maybe he can try knight d3 there. That's interesting, actually. But I have a feeling he's going to take one of these guys. Okay, if he takes d6, I have to take back. He still can't take a7 because of the pin, so maybe something like queen d2 makes sense. Wait a minute, I messed up. I guess I have bishop e5, which sort of forces some move like f4. So if I play something like a6, well, even queen takes d6 looks playable here, because if I go bishop e5, he has a check, so it's not winning material. Maybe I have to play bishop e5 in that case. So I'm threatening mate, so he has to play something like g3, I guess. Then I'll play h4. So maybe he might play f4 actually. But the nice thing about f4 is that now his bishop starts to get a bit loose. And that's my hope that we can somehow exploit that. Not exactly sure how we're going to do that concretely. Oh wow, he just plays king f1. This is very brave. You know what, I'm going to play a5. Takes would be a blunder because of queen d3, obviously, so he can't do that. And otherwise, I'm thinking of a4. Yes, he plays f3, kicking the queen. Let's give a check. King g3, king f2. I can play h4, threatening bishop g3. Also, a4 is not out of the question. Let's go for h4. f4. Let's go to f6. I don't think he can take. Okay, I guess I'll eat my words then. Ah, bishop d4 is his idea, man. Maybe I'll just play king g7. Bishop d4 I can take b3, so I'm not worried about that. Queen d3. I'm worried about getting flagged though. That's actually a distinct possibility at this point. Either one of us just getting flagged. Like straight up getting flagged at this point. I'm gonna play queen c1. I still don't have a check. This is very funny. This is really funny. I don't exactly know what I'm going for. I guess it's something like this. I'm already thinking of how to play for a win. I don't know whether I'm justified in thinking about that. Well, now I'm certainly not playing for a win. I feel like it's going to be a draw now. I'm okay with a draw. It was an exciting game. Whoa, he's not okay with a draw. That's interesting. Queen c2. How to deal with king g5 ideas. King takes h4. What am I doing? I'm the one that's getting outplayed here. This is incredible. I'm actually worse. Yeah, I'm in big trouble. Really regretting not taking a draw there. But that's alright. We still can fight. It's not over yet. Really, it's not over yet. I think we're getting a draw now. This is a 3-4. Okay. That was a tense. That was a tense game. With the last game as well. That's... Yeah, that's interesting. I was not expecting that. Okay. Wow. Alright. That was a crazy one. That was a really crazy one. Yeah, like I said, if I'm not in big class after round 8, I'm just gonna redraw. Because I have a tournament tomorrow. You know, gotta get my priorities straight. And I'm gonna drive there as well. I haven't actually driven to Cyberjaya before, so that would be a new experience, to say the least. E4, G6, let's go for D4. You know, I've recently looked at this system with C3. It's a favorite of Sergei Tivyakov, so it can't be a bad system, right? I mean, he's known for his very creative systems. He was the one that invented the Tivyakov Grand Prix, Knight C3, Knight C6, Bishop B5 in the Sicilian. So he must know some stuff. I'm going to play A4. I'm not sure whether this is a move in the Tivyakov system. I'm just going to call it the Tivyakov system for now. I believe this is how they play in this lines. They play rook e1. It's just super solid. Not exactly sure how to continue. That's funny. Click the wrong piece there. Knight d2, okay. Maybe I'll play... Can I play a5, b5, c4? Does that make any sense? Yeah, but then takes and... I don't know. I don't think it makes much sense, come to think of it. In that case, I don't know what to do. This is a very funny system. I should have studied it a bit more if I was going to play this. Yeah, it's a good, good tip. If you're going to play a line, at least study it. That's a good starting point. I'm waiting for him to castle so I can play bishop g5. Okay, that's why I play h6. Maybe what I can do is just play something like b4. We can think of playing some sort of b5 in the future. I don't know. It does make things a bit more loose, but that's alright. I can even think of like activating my rook in some creative ways. Like it's blitz, so in blitz you allow some You know, some form of creativity, right? Okay, this is really getting like a bit too much. Yeah, he's going for g5, g4. Don't know. I'm very, very skeptical about that plan. Now maybe it's not too bad. You know that idea for k2? Let's just go for it. Don't know whether it's any good. Could well be very bad, actually. Plays knight g6. I think it's time to play e5. I guess d5 is going to be played. And I'm thinking of chopping g6. I don't know whether that's any good. But I also don't want to allow knight f4. What? Okay. This guy's got some nerve. So ed6 gf3 takes queen c7. Okay, so that doesn't work. Wait, ed6 takes bishop g6. Now fg is the only principal reply. Rook e6, king f7. We don't have a good follow-up, do we? We just don't have a good follow-up. And that's a pity. If bishop g6, gf. There's no chance of making anything here work, is there? Okay, so maybe that means the only thing I can do is very, very, very reluctantly have to move my knight. It's terrible though, knight f4, he gets everything he wants. There's one last try to make this work. Takes. Rook e6, king f7. I can't make that work. This is so strange. Maybe I've already misplayed it. Maybe that's what's happened. Yeah, I've just misplayed it. So it's not what I wanted. Now he's getting everything he wants. Gets knight f4. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Knight f4, do I have knight e4? It's a bit desperate, but my idea is to have knight d3. I wanna think of... Maybe I can just... No, if I take back, you can take on e4 first, and then d5. No, so knight e4 is just not possible. Knight f4, can I take on d6, knight d3, takes queen c7? But I don't have a follow-up there. Knight f4 is that queen g4. Ooh, knight takes d3, queen takes g7, yeah? Ah, maybe that's the way. Knight f5, queen takes g4. Yeah, that should have been pretty obvious to me. I mean, everything is hanging. If he has to play h5, I'm getting everything I want. Maybe he has to play something like d5 now. Then I'm going to take on g6. And I'm thinking, can I then take on g4? He goes for it, knight f4. Brave. I'm taking that. Maybe he didn't have anything better. Guess I'll take this guy. Not sure what his idea is, actually. Maybe he just... Well, he plays rook f8. I'm tempted to see if knight e4 ideas are working. Knight e1, knight d6 takes knight d6, king e7. And I'm just missing one check. Bishop g5, takes, f6. Maybe that works. Wow, he plays king e7. Okay, I mean, surely that's too much, right? Rook g8 is his idea, that's blatantly obvious. Actually, what do we do against that? Knight e4 f8. I mean, we can't really use our knight here. Guess we can take on d6 somehow. E takes, c d6. knight d6, if rook g8, then there's knight f5. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take d6. This just double check. There's no other forcing move. Rook takes e6, king takes e6 is nothing. d5 check, just take it. So I have to take d6. Has the added benefit of threatening that f5 as well, so rook g8 would be unplayable. Actually, can he take knight takes e1? No, I'm thinking. Queen takes king d6. Maybe he can. What am I doing? Knight f7, there's like queen g8 or something. That's a disaster. What am I supposed to do? Seriously, what am I supposed to do? Knight... If I play knight e4 or something, it's queen g8. Knight e4, queen g8, knight f3. I don't have any other decent moves. Knight c4, queen g8. I can try knight f5 there. But even just like takes... There's nothing. There's really nothing. What have I done? No, but seriously, what have I done? I'm gonna take this guy. It's terrible, of course. The best I can hope for is that I somehow get this knight back. That's, you know, not a good scenario. Okay, it's forcing the queen trade because of the checkmate threat, so I have to take. I'm not getting the knight back, am I? I'm really not getting the knight back. Knight d6. I mean, it's threatening knight g2. It's not... Maybe what I have to do is just move the knight, yeah. Because otherwise the other guy gets trapped. So, I mean, this is just total disaster. It's a total disaster, my friend. Oh dear, knight e6, f5. I'm gonna have to put that guy on d6. Oh, 5 bishop. Those knights, they make a great impression. Ah dear. This is so bad. I'm sure my position was so good earlier, and yet I've managed to mess it up. It's one of my bad habits that I've been saying has to go for many years, but it clearly still hasn't. So I just get a good position and I mess it up. It's not the first time it's happened, and it's certainly not the last time it will. Not the first and not the last time. Guess he's going to move the rook or something. This is actually giving me some chances. I'm surprised he's done this. I don't need these silly notifications. Especially since I'm about to get flagged in like a position when I'm coming back. Imagine I come back and then I get flagged. That would be so sad. That would actually be so sad. I'm getting c5 in. This is some chances. Or maybe not. Still c5 is coming, right? I don't know why I put the rook there. I'm not even threatening anything at this point. And I don't know what I'm doing with the bishop either. Not that I know what I'm doing most days, so... It's gonna take f3, I guess. This is not fun. This is really not fun. Oh, then I have this? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. It's like I'm almost mated, but I don't think I am yet. Okay, maybe I missed that. Okay, yes, e5. No, it doesn't have e5 check there. Not sure what his idea is. f3. Wow. That wasn't expected. Yeah, just rook d3 on the right side. This is you can even queen and play queen f3. Okay, I'm resigning. That was unfortunate, but what can you do? Yeah, I had my chances that game, but just no time. When you don't have time, it's gonna be hard to use your chances, and yeah, aware of that. So yeah, all the guys in the lead have dropped just half a point. Yeah, great chances. Great chances to finish in the top 8. One can dream. Forefather of mankind has too much faith in me. I'm just some random FM, okay? So you're probably putting your money on the wrong horse here. But thank you for your good wishes in any case. Okay, let's see if there are any more games. I'm still feeling the pain from that loss. Really feeling the pain. But okay, my pain is alleviated when I see a position like this, because okay, it's hard to lose in the worst way. Okay, and white won, of course. If white lost, it would be a game for the ages. We have some crazy games going on. I think black's just totally crushing here. So we're seeing another small upset. It's not a big upset, just a small one. Bishop f3, I just like, yeah, it's knight e5. Okay. Trade everything, we win. f5, cemento. Exactly. There's nothing else to do. Yeah, I don't even know what white's hoping for here. Yeah, it really is actually one round in 15 minutes, isn't it? So, I guess I will play like 4 more games, and at that stage I should probably get rested for my game tomorrow. Or maybe I might, do the slightly unadvisable thing and just, finish the tournament. I have a tournament early tomorrow, so yeah. I'm not sure it was the best decision to play this, but if I have like a 1% chance of going to Sharjah, it's been a dream of going there, so yeah, gotta at least try, right? But I'd say it's probably less than 1%, maybe like 0.5%. Still, gotta try. Okay, this one is a Lucena position, easy win. Just check on e8, force back to take, then just drop your rook back to give checks. Yeah, it's like 2 fouls. I don't understand this. Just check on g2. Oh, I know, he's gonna move his king to h6. No, he didn't do that. Yeah, just check and like force him to take the pawn, and then easy win, right? Okay, this is also an easy win. Fair enough. And then just king g7, queen. Yeah, that's over. We've seen this quite a lot. Trying to make use of, hoping for some pre-move, but with 2 seconds increment, no one's pre-moving here. It would be a really bad idea to pre-move, obviously. Oh, this is actually interesting. Oh, but yeah, this is actually interesting. This is the wrong corner though, so this is an issue. If it wasn't light squared bishop, this would actually be a very difficult win. And actually, the funny thing is, if it's a light squared bishop, you can't push a pawn to h5. So, yeah, very interesting sort of position, yeah. But this one, unfortunately, is the wrong corner. So king g6. just move your rook to b7 or something, start pushing the pawn, and that's game over. Just check and just push the pawn. Oh, and just take the bishop. Even better. Okay, so I guess... Ooh, there's a break. I didn't realize there was a break. So 5 minutes to the next round. Okay, so I guess if you guys have any questions, now is the time to ask me. You can do a quick Q&A. I don't know whether I'm interesting enough to qualify for Q&A, but I'll try. So yeah, ask away. If you don't have any questions, then I guess we'll take maybe a quick break, just 3 minutes, and then we'll be back for the next round. It says 5 minutes before rounds. I hope it's not 5 minutes between every subsequent round, because then it's gonna take forever. It's already 15 minutes per round. How many players qualify? I think 8 players qualify. I currently have great chances. I'm number 65. Yeah. I mean, if I win all my games, I'll probably qualify. And I also probably get accused of cheating by a lot of players. You know, that's the state of online chess nowadays. But I guess, yeah, if I win all the rest, I'll probably qualify. But other than that, it's gonna be hard. So just gonna play my best and see where it goes. Yeah. I mean, now we're on a 50% score. And the first win was like a forfeit win. So it's more like -1. But yeah, I've got some very strong players. Have a quick look at this game, I guess. Yeah, I guess this was all okay. Queen takes g4 was bad? What? Is there anything better? I could take. Interesting. G takes, and now just bishop h5. And you can't take because of like queen g4 or bishop f7? What is this? I don't know. Oh, maybe just ed6. Oh no, queen g4. ed6 is also okay, but queen g4 is better. Threatening queen takes e6, threatening this. So king f8 only move. Oh, and now my rook actually comes into play. This is some very nice lines. Yeah, like I was putting my pieces on random squares, and the computer somehow manages to make use of them. That's very cute. And this is bad. Yeah, king e7 is best, I guess. Takes, knight d6, knight e1. This is still okay. I mean, I thought it'd be just dead. Knight c4 is better. Okay, yeah, but it's not that simple. I thought it'd be really simple. Okay, and I'm actually slightly better here. It's amazing. d5. Okay, so we are not allowing knight to go to d5, and then takes, we go c5. Wow. I mean, it's a typical idea in middle games, but I didn't realize you could do this as late as the end game. Wow. I mean, I learn something every day, I guess. Takes, check. If takes, then check, yeah? Oh, and that's the other benefit. We open the e-file. Fair enough. Take, here we just play... Wow. King d6. Ah, and we just like... We're gonna win a lot of stuff, yeah. Okay. So, I had even a chance to be better here, but after that, I was worse again and I lost. Okay, with just 6 seconds, I'm not gonna complain too much. Yeah, I put myself in this spot and I gotta face the consequences for it. And just like that, it's 1 minute to the next round. Okay. Sorry, I can't accept challenges, yeah, especially not during tournaments. Yeah, I mean, I can accept like 1 minute games, but don't ask me to play like rapid chess, yeah? Because I mean, sometimes I actually charge people to play, you know, sparring games, especially longer ones. And if I actually play them for free, then I'm gonna get into trouble with these guys. They're like, why am I paying for you to play with me when some other guys are getting it for free? And that's when I'm gonna be in a whole lot of trouble, and I don't want to be in trouble. I've actually gotten into trouble once for posting a free video, so I'm not going to risk it. I'm really not gonna risk it here. It's not worth it. So yeah, only bullet challenges, I guess. That's my rule. Sorry about that, but there's nothing I can do. Otherwise, I might get into trouble with my clients. How long have I been playing chess for? 10 years. About 10 years. Actually, more than 10 years. My first tournament was it was part of the Malaysian Chess Festival 2013. I didn't play the classical. I played like the side event. It wasn't even a classical. Okay. B3. Okay, let's play E5. Why not? Bishop B2, knight C6. C4. I believe the idea is to play knight F6 and go for D5. Okay, I can't play D5 now, so I'm gonna regroup a little bit. I believe E4 is the move. Knight D4 takes. And something like C6, D5. I think. I haven't checked this line in so long. It's been ages since I checked this line. I'm just gonna do it. C6, D5. Seems natural. I don't know whether it's good. D5, I guess. Otherwise, it could be a bit tricky for me to protect. D3. So it's voluntarily opening up this diagonal. Bishop B4 is a possibility now. I guess A3 is his idea. I have C5 as a response there. And Bishop F6 doesn't work because I can take back Queen F6 and take C3. So Bishop B4, A3, C5. I guess AB4, CD4, Knight D5. How is that? How is that? I don't know, actually. Seems really double-edged. Bishop B4, A3 seems like only move. C5, takes, knight takes D5. I'm spending lots of time. I think that position is okay for white. I think it's even nice for him. Don't want to go for that. But I also don't want to let him win a pawn here. So I'm a bit stuck actually. Maybe I just go bishop e7, but then he goes rook c1. And c5 doesn't work anymore. Because c5 takes is now it's knight d5 again. There's no more issue with this diagonal. Bishop b4, a3. I can't remember anything here. This is frustrating me. I'm gonna go bishop b4. Feels right. Although I'm not sure what the move is. I mean here if I take on c4 it just takes dc4. So that can't be the right move, right? Oh, then maybe c5. Then bishop e5 though. It's also like takes a knight b5. Okay, I'll go c5. Let's just do it. I guess he's gonna take a b4, yeah? I'm gonna take on d4, of course. Knight d5 I'll be forced to take, I believe. I have to take. I spent so much time. I probably shouldn't have spent so much time. But we saw what happened when I spent too much time in the previous game. Like when it actually counted, I didn't have the right amount of time to actually exploit it. That being said, I think my position is pretty good. He's played queen b1. My question is, after queen e7, how is he going to defend that pawn? And I'm going to ask the question because when I don't see a good answer to my question, then I'm going to just ask it and see how it responds. Rook a4, bishop d7, that's not a valid reply, my friend. Oh, maybe b5. Maybe it is after all. Takes as rook takes d4. Maybe it just about works. For rook a4, maybe I go b5. That seems more urgent. I don't see a good reply to that. He can't move his queen to try to attack my rook on a8 because he's got no good square for that. I control e4. He does not. And I don't see how he defends that pawn. I'm just going to take it. I'm going to castle. I'm going to be very happy. Rook a4, I think just b5. Not bishop d7, b5, but just b5 myself. And he's going to play rook a2 or something. I'm going to take, he's going to play rook d2. And I think I can do well just castling. When you have a choice between a lot of good options, you want to choose the simplest one. Now the move b5 could even be useful for me because I might want to put my bishop here in the future. So I think he shouldn't have provoked this. Perhaps he missed b5. I'm going to take it. I'm going to castle. Is there queen e4? Just realized castles might allow queen e4. It feels ridiculous though. Even just bishop e6. And at the end I take b3. That can't be any good for him. Yeah, I guess just bishop e6. Yeah, that seems totally winning. Queen takes d4. I don't see anything else other than queen takes b4. Takes, and just bishop takes b3, but then e3. Takes, bishop takes b3, e3. Maybe I just play a6. Bishop e2, and I play rook d8 or something. And these pawns, they're going to start moving at some point. Still don't feel great about allowing him to castle, but yeah, one cannot have everything in life. I'm thinking of whether queen takes b3 might be a better move, but I guess just e3 in that case. a5. It could be even rook b2 ideas. So maybe I'm just best off going for this type of position. Takes. If e3, I'll play just a6 is my plan. I'm just gonna double check if there's anything better. I could play a5 takes a4, but that will allow just castles and everything. I reckon I can do a lot better than that. I can play rook f to b8, but that could allow him to move his bishop and maybe play bishop f3. If I play rook a b8, there's rook b4. So I guess I'll just go ahead and play a6. I think we should just be winning without too much trouble. I'll play rook d8. I don't want to spend too much time, because if I spend too much time, then the time could become an issue. If I think this is not that easy for me to start pushing my pawns. I'm going to trade a pair of rooks. That should help my cause. He plays rook b4. He doesn't want to. Bishop c4. He can just take. And he's going to castle. So that won't do. Maybe what I can do is play this and then play a5. That's worth consideration. And if castles, I'll play a5. When a rook moves away, I'm going to play b4. Plays just rook b2. Okay, he's defending resourcefully, I have to say. He's not expecting this good defense, especially after the way he conducted the opening. Maybe I can just play a5 anyways, because if takes, I have rook b8. Let's play a5. I shouldn't spend too much time. He needs to castle. I guess I'll play b4. And I'll just drop my bishop back to c6 if necessary. I'll play b4. Maybe he can start with bishop f3. That could be actually a bit annoying, come to think of it. Rook a7, rook a1, and there could be rook takes ideas. Yeah, I'll play rook a6 and try to get bishop b5. So at least then I'll be able to protect my pawns. Is hitting my rook again. He's being as annoying as possible, but I think I'll be able to get away with this because I have this with bishop b5, and he can't take on a5 because of back rank issues, which should save me, if I'm not mistaken, some material. Or the one it won't save me some time, which maybe I might need. I'm spending lots of it. I'm really spending lots of my time here. I did mention my time management could be a lot better. Should not be spending this much time on simple decisions. But it's what I've done. I'm gonna have to live with it. Live with this, yeah. Bishop f3. Okay. Let's opt for the trade again. Wait, can he take now? Oh my god, I messed this up. How have I messed this up? This is ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. Unbelievable what I've done. Just unbelievable. B3. This is a joke. How have I done this to myself? How on earth have I done this to myself? It's not what I wanted. I play rook a6. I hope I'm not overpressing this. I'm gonna play rook a6, give up this pawn to get rook a2. Should I give a check first? Maybe I should. Rook a2, check. Let's say rook bb4, rook a2, rook f4, rook f2, rook b7. I can move my rook away. I think it's worth playing rook a2, losing his tempo, just to force his king to stay on the first rank. a2. He can't play rook e4, he can't improve his rook this way. So I'm going to take that pawn. I'm going to play rook a2, hitting that pawn. Maybe there was no need to allow him to do this, but okay, we're still going to press this endgame. This is not over yet. It's certainly not over yet. King g7, king g3, king f4. He's going to bring his king that way. I'm going to play b2, and I'm hoping to tie down his king at this point. I'm going to play f5, fixing this whole structure here. Rook c1, I'm going to play rook c2. It's a typical idea. I'm going to play this pawn to b2. And in this way, I'm going to tie down his rook. I have a very simple plan of bringing my king to the queen side. And that should hopefully be enough. I'm going to play king e6. My plan is very simple, and it's actually quite hard to stop. I'm just going to bring my king to a2. Good luck stopping that. Good luck. I don't see what he can do. Okay, this is total desperation. I'll just take and I'll play king c3. I'm not even going to do anything fancy. The simplest way should be the best way in chess. This is not so easy. Oh, I know. I'll just give it a check and I'll play king c2. That's really easy because with the king cut off, this is not even close. He can't even play f5. If he plays h5, I'll just ignore this pawn. I'm just going to ignore this pawn. I'm going to play king c3. Yeah, you can play f5 all you want. It's not going to help. I'm going to just take it. My king is slowly going to come. So, that was tough win. That was a very tough win. Speaking of tough wins, this is not a tough win. This is actually a very easy win. Okay, and he has resigned after all. Are there any more interesting games? This guy's just queening. It's not interesting. Let's see. We have 2 versus 1 end game. Whoa, this one is crazy. It's just crazy. If bishop takes e6, this bishop takes d4. So bishop had to go back. White is pressing. No, white is winning. h7. Easy win. You can just pre-move it as he did. So this one is gonna be a long game. It's gonna be very long. Check, obviously. That's the whole idea. Yeah. I don't think an IM is gonna lose this. Although he is a weaker IM, you can see, but I still don't think he's gonna lose this. Rook e2. Yeah. It's just a lot of waiting around. Although I wouldn't have gone for that, but I guess that's fine. Because I'd be worried that f5 check could come in the future. Not that it's happening now, but I feel like there are more practical ways to do it. Just wait the rook. But it's okay. Everything is a draw at this point. Sorry. Yep. I thought he lost on time, but... Okay, what is played f5, but there's no way to make progress. Just check and check again. Just keep checking. Just check again, rook h4, and just play rook f1 or something. f6 is king g8, so he's gonna keep checking. At some point, White's gonna play f6. That's how he's gonna try, but it's not gonna work. Yeah, rook g1. Simple chess. Just check again. Keep checking. At infinitum. It's almost a repetition at this point. So that's why I played rook h4. Now rook f1 should be played. Rook g1. Yeah, that's convincing. And just like keep the king cut. King h4, just rook g1. We want to play faster here because we don't want to be in a position where we could lose on time. Because that's one of the ways White's going to try to win this position is on time. Because there's no real way for White to try for a win. The only way you can try to win is, do it on time. So, okay, he's made some quick moves. That's good. He's got a lot of time. I really can't see Black losing this. I just can't. White would need something really special to win this. I don't see it. I just don't. Oh dear. This game is going on forever. Yeah, I'm planning to leave at 12, but I don't think I'll finish 8 games by 12 actually. Actually, I might just finish the whole tournament if I feel like it. So we'll see. Rook h6, king g8. This is too easy. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Rook a6 now. We all know how that ends. Surprised he didn't play that. I guess it's time travel. This is already not so simple. He's already messing this up a little bit. I'm surprised. Rook g8 check. Okay, it's still a draw. It's still a draw. You have to play rook d8 to stop the side checks. Or rook e8, something like that. It's still a draw, but this is tricky. With 5 seconds, you could lose this. Okay, that's correct. I guess f6 now. No, f6, king g6. So you probably should play something like king f7. Check king f6, something like that. King e7, that's also good. Check, I guess you're blocked now. Now king f7, I guess try to push f6. And that's this last trap where you put the rook on e6 and hope he checks. So king f7 now. King f8, king g6 doesn't seem to do much. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing actually. But okay, should still be. What is that move? f7, it's a Lucena position. King f8. White's going to win this easily. Easy. King g8. King g8, f8 queen. Resign. Just queen. It's over. Wow. Okay, so he won it at the end. I'm surprised. Okay. Guess that's the reason he's 23-70 after all. 3 minutes to the next round. Okay, lots of time. I'm gonna take a quick break. I've been streaming for almost an hour and a half now, so yeah, I'm gonna take like a 2-minute break and I'll be back very soon. So don't go anywhere. Okay, suddenly the round has started. Let's go. Again, e4. c5. Knight f3. g6. Okay. c3 is a tricky line against this. d5 takes queen d5, d4, I believe is the move. I can't remember what the move is. I think it's like knight a3 or something like that. Can't remember. It was something of that sort. Knight a3 at some point. Was it here? I don't know. I think it was here. Knight a3. And the line is something like cd4, knight b5, queen e4, check, and bishop e3. That is supposed to be the line, I think. Or is it bishop c4? Bishop c4, queen e4, bishop e3. That's supposed to be the line, right? I think. I think this is supposed to be the move. I studied this a long time ago. When I used to be an e4 player. I was sort of getting back into the e4 grind. I don't know why. Just for fun. I'm not going to spoil my plans for the e4 lines. But I have some ideas what I'm going to do with an e4 repertoire. Perhaps bring it on some unsuspecting opponent. So if castles is actually going to take, yeah, because f7 is defended. I think knight d5 is supposed to be the move. I think so. Because you still can't take e3 because of knight c7 and mate. So castles and then something like knight b takes d4. And if e5 I have bishop. What do I do with e5? Queen c6. Have I messed this up? Don't tell me I messed this up. Bishop f7, bishop d5, easy. I can't move the bishop, okay. Okay. Let's calm down. I think this is still theory. Bishop d4 runs into queen c4. Bishop g7. Queen b5, where the stuff is hanging here. So bishop g7, rook g8. I can take h6. I'm not going to be material down. Therefore, that's probably the move, right? Please tell me this is the right move. Castles, that's a good sign. I guess that was the right move. Takes and queen d4 runs to f6, I guess, is his idea. What we could do is we could just, we need to take this in any case. So maybe I'll just take it and bring my bishop back to e2 or something. Because I want to keep this d4 square for my queen. So that's what I'm going to do. a6. So I wanted to keep that square for my knight. And that's exactly what happened. My knight ended up occupying that square. I've got nothing. The opponent is well prepared. He knows this line well. As he should. If you're a knight f3 g6 player, you must know this line well. My queen is an issue. I'm not sure where to put my queen. I'm really not sure where to put my queen. If queen d2 runs to rook d8, so maybe I'll play queen c1 followed by rook d1. Bishop g4, I have h3, so I'm not running into e4. e4, knight d4. Knight e5, I guess. You use bishop g4. Okay. Fair enough. Let's play queen e3. Another solid move. That's really my brand of chess here, just solid chess. Nothing special. Rook d1. He still can't play knight e5, so I'm not too worried. Okay, I take that back. Queen e4, knight g4. What happens after that? I don't have any move after that. That's terrible. That's really terrible. Okay, I should have taken on c6. What can you do? I have to play h3. Stop knight g4. Maybe I didn't have to play h3, but it was looking not so nice already. Knight d3. So it's thinking of going to f4. I'm in trouble. I'm in serious trouble here. As is usually the case when you play a line that you don't really know well. And sort of getting a little bit punished for my lack of knowledge. Not to mention that I'm down the clock. Can probably just play f5, f4. That seems like the simplest. Damn it. How does he keep doing this? Takes knight e6. He can just move his king. That doesn't even work. Even my desperate tactics don't work. Can I play knight e6 and rook d3? It's a bit desperate, but maybe that's what we need. At least if I can trade off one pair of pieces, it's better than getting just mated, right? Although f4 is... It continues to be annoying. Probably I should go rook d1, but he just plays rook f7. And f3 is renewed as a threat. Yeah. It's annoying. It is annoying. Can we play something like... No, we can't play knight c5 or anything. We can play knight d4, but... What on earth is the point of that? I could just drop... Knight d4, I guess even rook e5. No, this cannot be. I should move faster. I'm very slow. I'm so slow. Rook fd1. Try to come into d7. The more pieces I trade, I think the better I'm gonna feel about my position. Plays rook d8, I'll be happy to play something like queen d1. I don't want to play queen d2 because that might run into... No, that doesn't run into e3, so... I guess it's fine in any case. Right, queen d2. That's a good plan. He's trying to go to f6. Give a check. Knight f6. Rook d6. It wasn't threatened, but why not to move it in any case? Keep the pressure on. I have ideas. I have my ideas. What? That's very optimistic. I'm gonna give it a check. See how he reacts to this. With g5, I'm thinking even knight d4 could be interesting. I'm starting to get excited. Also h4, just simply threatening mate in one. That can't be a bad move. Maybe just h4. No need to be too fancy in chess. So he probably should go back to g7, in which case I'm not going to repeat. I'm going to play knight c5. I'm not going to repeat there, obviously. He might have to play e3 actually, come to think of it. Maybe this is not too bad for him. Now, it's a nice endgame for me. But he's got compensation. He's got some compensation. Playing rook d5. c7. play knight d4. Maybe I could get g4 in on a good day. I shouldn't spend too much time. He plays b5. Is b4 an idea? Not sure. I'm going for g4. I don't think b4 is an idea. I'm just quite skeptical about his whole play in general. e4, I'm going to take it. Grab 7. Oh, it wants to come into e2. Interesting. Play rook e5. Knight f2. Hitting that. g5. h5. Knight e2 maybe. Trying for knight f4. I don't know. I think I'm allowing his king in, but I don't know what else I should do. King c2. Oh, did I blunder knight d3? I'm already starting to hang stuff. This was the problem that I was talking about earlier. Yeah, when your position is not that. I forgot what I was gonna say. Position is so tense. I can't even construct it. Oh my god, I hung material. That hurt. That really hurt. After knight e4, I should just probably play knight d2. That was probably the most practical approach, because if I could just trade the knights, I'm pressing for 2 results. Yeah, because with so much less time, I'm just like giving him time to trick me. Now, if times were even, I would have time to figure things out, but as it stands, it's just too little time for me to do anything. Oh, that's hard. That's very hard. Okay, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah. Still hurts though. It's alright, still a few more games. It would be nice to finish with a plus score. Although if we don't, yeah. Obviously not qualified at this point. That's a pipe dream, but we can try to finish with a good result. Let's see, Sabino was actually at a full score. Okay, so it's no surprise Sabino is a very strong player, as we all know. g4, okay. Black's piece is just gonna come through. He has knight c5, knight b3. It's too easy. Let's see. If there are any interesting games. Rudik Makarian is in big trouble against some untitled player. That's a surprise. Most of the games seem pretty one-sided. This one seems like actually... Well, this seems interesting. Rook d3, I guess. Rook a1. I think this is winning, because it does seem cut off by enough. And we're just going to push the a pawn. I guess we need to play king d6. I guess king c7. Wait, a4, king d5. a5, king c5, a6. That seems winning. That seems just about winning. Check, only move. But then king b8, rook h7, a7. That's over. So that's just winning. Rook h8. Yeah, just a7. Check. Oh. Wait a minute. Yeah, check king c8, check king b7, and put the king on a6. Now rook c1, cutting off the king. Or rook b1, b8. More than good enough. And wins. I'll try some rook h6, rook h2, just as a last resort, but even rook c1 check, that's over. And now not b8 queen, obviously, but just rook c4 or something. That's more than good enough. Rook c4 just to block an a4. Rook a1, and now just king b6. Rook a8's only move to stop queen, and king b7, so it's over. Okay, so black resign. Nice endgame win. There's one more game. This one could go on for a while. Oh, it's the same guy again. This guy. Okay. I mean, it's probably gonna be a draw. But I did just say that about this guy. But this is... Yeah, this is definitely a draw. King e5, king g4. There's not even any way to do anything. King e4 takes, king e3, king g4. And the 2 pawns are gonna be swapped off. And it's an easy draw. Okay. Almost 12 now. It's only 6 rounds. Oh goodness. I think I might just play one more game and call it a day. I'm really tired. We'll see. If I win the next game, I'll play 8th round. But other than that, I still don't think I'll do that. Just king takes h3. It's easy. It's not even close. King f5. Draw. Okay. Back to the tournament. And yeah, waiting on next round. Okay, it's only 30 seconds. Good. So at least I don't have to wait forever for the next round. That's good. And I'm just really salty losing that game of pawn up. It's just terrible. I shouldn't be losing that position. Ever. Ever. But what can you do? I guess we're getting another 2300. No, we got a 2400. That's okay. E4. What should I do here? Let's go for the same thing again. Knight f3, knight c6. d4 takes g6. c4, knight f6. This is all theory. d6. Bishop e2 take. Bishop g7. Bishop e3 castles. Queen d2, of course. Ooh, queen d3. This is the topical way of playing these lines nowadays. a5, of course. This is how black plays these type of positions. They push the pawn to a4. It's just to fix white on the queen side, really. And this is how white's attacking nowadays. It's going bishop d4, some sort of f4, f5. It can be very dangerous, but we are... Wait a minute, did I just blunder? Takes a knight d5. What am I doing? Terrible. Just terrible. Okay, he plays b3. Whew. I guess I have to play bishop d7, right? Because now I actually have a takes b3 ideas. That's a nice thing. Rook f to b1. So if a takes b3 once rook takes b3. Question is that so scary to me? Bishop c6, knight d5. Maybe it is. I might have problems defending this pawn. But if I allow b4, I'm dead. So I have to take. There's no choice. He's going to play rook takes b3. There's no other move. This is terrible, right? I get so many pieces for this. Bishop f1, I guess. What else? Okay, so now he has some ideas of moving his knight. So he should be a bit careful. I still think this should be really good for us. By the way, can we play knight e4 takes? No, we don't have any good discovery with the knight. So that's out of the question. Can play rook a8. If knight d5 will take. Bishop a1. And we don't have a good follow-up. So maybe we can't do that. Maybe we have rook c1 there, yeah. Not sure. Maybe we can just do that. Rook a8. Maybe there's knight a4 though. Knight a4. Because I move the knight, I'm worried that my rook could be hanging. So it takes queen d4 check. I don't want to play e5 really. Queen takes d6 and h3 comes. But if I play like king g8, it could be knight d5. That's the small issue that I'm having now. But if I move my rook now, then knight a4. That's the dilemma that I have. I don't want to allow knight a4. I know my position should be winning. That much I know. Of that, I am certain. I have an idea. I'll play knight g4. Let's just double check that I'm not saying something silly. Takes, and queen d4, I'll play f6. If knight d5... Actually, what am I going to do after knight d5? Queen d4, I guess. What else? Well, I can play something else, actually. Go for some knight a4 ideas. It goes queen d4. I can play... If e5 takes bishop c6, here's h3. Really want to get the job done here. But f6 knight d5 is not the way to get the job done. I don't know what I missed. Okay, so maybe I just bring my knight back to f6. I think knight d5 is not a move I'm worried about. c5, I'll play something like rook e1. He can have this d6 pawn. Maybe knight f6, c5. Maybe e1 he can take and play knight d5. So c5 is maybe a move I need to be a bit cautious about. But okay, I don't think it's a big deal for now. So one critical idea you could play is knight d5. I think I have to play some move like rook e1. Although I'm not exactly sure. But I think rook e1 seems like the most logical. And he could take on e7. With the idea if rook a8, he goes knight d5 back. And rook a1, I think he has time for queen f6. And he'll have at least a draw. He plays queen c3. Can I take on e4 now? Because I play rook d1, he'll just chase my rook endlessly. So maybe I should just do this. Bishop d3, just hitting the rook again. My rook's actually a bit short of squares, I just realized. Rook e5, I guess. If f4 I have rook e6, it looks dodgy. It looks super dodgy, actually. Some more things are starting to go wrong. My pieces just don't coordinate at all. It's so bad coordination. It's amazing. Rook e6, knight c7. That's the thing. I could be in big trouble here. What have I done? Maybe I should have taken the draw. But I'm not in a mood to take the draw. That is the problem. f4. Is there anything that we said for f4 rook h5? It looks so wrong. But what other move do I have? If I play rook e6, he plays that. Oh, he can play knight c7, rook e3, kf2 because of. Well, he can play that. It's still knight g4. Rook h5 just looks worse though. He's gonna play h3, followed by some sort of g4, g5. I'm going to lose so badly. The alternative is the worst though. Rook takes d5, rook c8. Even just queen b4 looks... Oh my god. We don't even need to look at that, right? Maybe we have to do it. This is terrible, but what alternative do we have? We have got no alternatives. Our rook is in big trouble. I really thought this would be a nice win, and suddenly I'm fighting for my life here. How did that happen? Still try to put the pieces together, but I don't have time for that. I only have time to try to save the game somehow. Don't even ask me how. I don't even know how. If I had to guess, it probably starts by moving the king, because then at least I can move the knight on a good day. So I would have some valid rook c5 ideas. Valid. Not necessarily great, but valid. He's allowing b5, I'm surprised. I'm not sure he should have allowed that. Bishop e2, of course, now he needs to play bishop f3 to defend it. If I check, it just goes to f2. I don't have any follow-up. I'm gonna play rook c5. Just h5. I'm trying to set up some sort of fortress here. h3. I don't know. Did I just allow g4? If I did, that would be so careless. I'm gonna play king g8. I have nothing to do other than just to wait. So that is what I'm going to do. b4. That's committal. Okay, I'm gonna play rook c4, hitting all his stuff. I'm surprised this guy went for this. King f8, defending that pawn. Queen d2, he's offering a draw. You know, that seems actually like a reasonable offer, something I could take him on. But I'm not going to. It's reckless, I know, but I've been known to play very reckless chess in the past, and I don't know why I feel like I can win this game somehow. Bishop d1. I'm going to do the smart thing and just try to repeat again. He doesn't want to repeat. We made that move with like 1 second. That's not what he wants to do. Oh! That hurts. That really hurts. Oh, we lost on time, and it was still holdable as well. Alright, I'm just tilted out of my mind at this point. I don't even see the point of continuing to play. But we will soldier on. Maybe we'll do one more round. Could end with a win. That would be nice. We have lost all of our white games so far. Some of them from winning positions. Actually, almost all of them from winning positions. So, I'd like to get one win, if that's possible. One win would be nice. The desperation is showing. Oh dear. The bad decisions just keep coming. With 4 seconds, I was declaring the draw. That was a bad decision. It was a really bad decision. That was the worst decision ever. Yeah, Naveen, I had 4 seconds. That was... I don't even know what I was doing. My god. Who is Dr. Agnerstein? He's come super late. Lost a ton of games, and now it's like, oh, it's Valentin Drachner. Okay, pretty strong player. So some guy who's like skipped 3 rounds is ahead of me. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. What can I say? It's not a good tournament. Alright, we have a few minutes. I'm not gonna commentate. Just going to sit silently and think about what I did wrong. Which was... yeah, probably more than one thing. If I had to say. I think the position was winning earlier with the 2 rooks. But it was not easy. I don't know. What happened there actually? I'm just quite curious what happened in that game. I think even at the end it was sort of holdable. If anything, I messed it up a little bit. There was no reason to play h4, obviously. I mean, early on I was winning, I think. No, I was never winning. Knight g4 was a terrible move. Rook f8. I didn't know what to do against knight a4. He just says rook c1, bishop p2, and rook e1. Okay, and repeat. Because you can't take on e4 because of bishop f6. Okay, chess sometimes that's the best you can do is repeat. This is frustrating. It's really frustrating. I don't know what I was thinking. It's so stupid. So stupid. We're gonna have like a game that's gonna take forever here. Isn't that just great? Great thing. These games are just great for chess. I think these tournaments, they shouldn't be with ink, but they should just be like something like 3 minutes and just have a big flag off and the time starts. And like the round starts on time in that case. Rather than have the games that go forever. Because that's not fun. Let's move the rook back here, 5. That's easy. This is getting tricky. I think you gotta put your rook on a1. Okay. With 2 seconds, you could totally lose this one. Check on f1, I guess. Whoa, this is cutting it real close. It's really close. Knight f4, I guess this is idea. Plays it now. Yeah, but king h5. Still not quite enough, is it? Yeah, there's still no win. Knight g7, king h6. It escapes. Maybe rook c1. Something like that. Or rook c8. Now white gets checked to oblivion. King has to run to f6. Again, you need to keep the knight pinned, otherwise it could be knight g7. But the thing is, with the king on f5, there's no knight g7 because the knight is not protected. Yeah, g7 is not protected, so that's an issue. And now the king is escaping. Okay. Funny thing is that knight against rook is considered the easier one, but in practice I've drawn all my, rook and bishop against rooks, and I've only had one knight and rook against rook, and I've lost it. And the way I lost it was just terrible. I just let him fork my king and my rook on pretty much the first move of the endgame. So yeah, not the most auspicious game, that one. This one is gonna take another 20 odd moves until the 50 move rule kicks in, which it should kick in I would say in about 10 moves time. That seems reasonable. Of course, white is entirely justified in trying. Should never take a draw here. Should just play until the 50 move rule actually comes in. Okay. Oops. Where's the tournament? Accidentally clicked out of it. Why is it 5 rounds to the next... 5 minutes to the next round? This is too much. Okay, I'm gonna play one more round and I'm gonna quit this tournament. It's getting late. I want to end with a win. At least if we can get to 50%, I'll count it as a decent result. We're not gonna, Yeah, we're not gonna get a plus score here, but 50% is not too bad. Could be worse. Could be a lot worse. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break now. I'll be back real soon. So yeah, don't go anywhere. You gotta be one. I'm gonna play probably one more round and then we quit. Cause yeah, can't end on a loss. That would not be nice. Alright, we are back. And this time, oh, we are up against this guy. Alright, what we're gonna do this time is we are going to just play quickly. I don't really care, I'm just gonna go fast. Because the reason why we lost just now is because we're too slow. So, We are going to counter that by playing fast. And if that means making bad decisions, then so be it. We are going to have to move quicker, because what happened was that we were making decent decisions, but we didn't have any time to think, because we spent all of our time. So that's not nice. And Queen D2, A5, A4. I believe this is the way they play these lines. The bishop usually ends up on, the queen usually ends up on A5 in these lines, if I'm not mistaken. It's going for a trade of bishops. My impression is that that's not a bad thing. I'm usually quite happy to trade bishops in these structures. You'll probably go for some F4. That's the consistent way to play, of course. Yep. Haven't really planned a response against this. Bishop D7, E5, takes, Queen E5. Is that good? Who cares? Let's just go for it. I'm gonna put the bishop on C6 and hope for the best. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't think you can take on F6, because then at the end I will have to move A3 and your whole queen side collapses. And I'm not gonna spend more time rechecking it, because that's what I did last game, and we all know how that turned out. So now his idea is to play E5. That's clear as day. What are we gonna do about it? Play bishop C6, he plays E5. Okay. It's not good. We're forced to spend time, and our position is not great. If we play queen c5 takes e5, my knight has no good squares. You have to go back to g8 or something. You could go to g4, but it's terrible. Wow, e5 is a hard move to beat. It's actually a really hard move to beat. What am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do. If I play bishop c6, he's playing e5. I move my bishop, he's playing e5. I can't move my rook, it's playing e5 as well. What is this? I'm forced to play this terrible move, queen c5. Ugh. Why have I done this to myself again? I can play e5. It looks ridiculous. Queen takes d6. And with a pawn down, we have no follow-up. Bishop e6, he takes another pawn. F takes e5 or something. I guess if I had to choose, this looks like lesser evil. Obviously, it's terrible. No question about that. But I think the alternatives are even worse. That's the problem. I'm going to have to go back to g8. Because that g4, our bishop could be really loose. This guy is playing really well now. But he's not threatening this pawn yet. But I'm worried he will be in the future. Also, knight e4 I think is a bigger threat. So if I play rook d8, maybe knight e4 is possible. And then rook c8, so maybe that's not too bad. I'll play rook d8. I shouldn't think too much. I'm doing the same mistake that I did in the past few games. I'm going so slow. I'm gonna get flagged. From a good position, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get flagged. Okay. I'm even getting really frustrated at this point. Almost tilted. I think it's like I can hardly move anything. If I move my rook to b8, he will play something like rook d2. Maybe what I'll do is just play something like a3, but I mean, he could run into knight b1 ideas. Who cares? I can't spend any more time. I'm so low on the clock. I'm gonna get flagged, so I can't spend any more time. I just have to go. There's something to be said for b takes a3. That's how good his position is. That's what he's thinking about, no question. This is disgusting. How have we got ourselves into such a bad position again? Okay, he plays b3, the expected move. The idea was to play bishop c6. I realized takes and knight a4 is resigns. Yeah. With every move, I'm just getting angrier and angrier with myself and my terrible play. I just can't explain how I'm playing so badly. It's simply inexplicable to me. Even knight b1 is worth consideration. But knight b1, maybe actually, what did I do after knight b1? This is so dumb. Maybe I go bishop c6. Yeah, okay. So knight b1 is bad move. But just rook ac1, then knight b1 could be coming. Or just take the d file, which is probably even better, actually. This is so sad. It's the most miserable position I've had in a very long time. Why is my position so bad? Should not look so bad. Let's play bishop c6. At least I'll try to spoil his structure a little bit. Although he does get d7 square, so maybe I'm shooting myself in the foot here by doing this. Problem is that, yeah, I don't have any good plan. I have no constructive plan. Maybe I should have at least kept the pawn on a4. But the problem would be that the knight could attack it. Guess rook d1, that's the only move, right? So, I need to get my knight into the game somehow. If I can do that, my position will not be completely lost. So maybe after rook d1, I can take on d2, then I'll take f3, then I'll play knight h6, and put the knight on f5. It's terrible. What? He does this? Okay, interesting play. If takes, he wants knight d1, f6, something like knight e3, I guess. Takes, king f7, knight c2, knight a3, and then push the pawn. That's a very, very good plan. Nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. How though? f6 makes sense, it's just g5. I don't know which is better, let's play f6. Just trying to get my king out. Say king f7, try to go to e6. It's not fun. But none of our options are fun at this point. We are way beyond that now. So about survival. At least one thing that's going for us is that we have an active king. I'm not sure this was the right decision to go for this. Maybe I can try to run here. Yeah, I know it's very optimistic. But optimism is all I have left in this position. Okay, maybe there's no reason to be so pessimistic. I think my position isn't so bad, actually. It's just that it's just unpleasant. It's not bad. I'm gonna play king d4. Knight b4. c5, knight c2. King c3 takes, king b2, knight b4. That doesn't work. Don't know what to do. King c3, knight c6. King b2, knight b4. I'll have to play c5, I guess. Maybe this is not too bad. I'll go to b2. I was actually looking for a way to maybe get a bit more, but maybe this is... I think this is actually pretty okay for us. Actually, this could be dangerous for him. I'm gonna take b3 as well. Suddenly I'm starting to get my hopes up. I have 36 seconds. which is not that much, but it could be worse. I was in worse situations before, so I wouldn't complain too much. This is one of the better situations I've been in all night. If we win this one, we can end on a win. That would be nice. And if we don't, then we don't. But I think we have very good chances here. I'm going to take this, I'm going to take this. So good luck stopping that. Good luck stopping that. Is he thinking of something like knight b1? Takes a4, knight f6, a5, knight d7. No, that can't work. My knight will just stop it. His only move is knight b5. I don't know what he's thinking about. I was thinking, why is he spending so much time? Knight b1 or knight c2? I'll just take a4, knight f6, a5, knight d7. b4 doesn't work, yeah. So a6 I just play knight b6, and my knight on a8 is going to stop everything. So your b4 breaks don't work. He has to play knight b5, obviously. Must take. Good news for me is my next few moves are actually pretty easy. I'm going to take both pawns, and then we're going to decide what to do next. Well, decide, I mean, make a quick decision on what to do next, because we don't have much time to, dilly-dally. We only have that much time that is on the clock. I'm playing knight f6, threatening to trade the knight, king d5. Maybe I shouldn't have moved my king to d5, I don't know. Knight f4. Maybe I'll go back. I'll go back and try to push the pawn. I'll go back. Oh! What am I doing? Come on! Seriously! King b4. Unbelievable. What on earth am I doing here? Oh my god. This is so dumb. Even for my standards, this is pretty dumb. If I don't win this, I'll be so sad. But I think this is still theoretically winning. It's just gotten much harder, is all. That's okay. You're going to try to win this slowly. We'll grind this all the way out if we have to. Okay, let's play e5. King f3. I should play e4. Yeah. I'll play king e5 followed by knight d5. I don't think this is an appropriate moment to offer a draw. Like, if it's a draw, you should play it out, yeah? I know I've been blundering stuff, but there's still no reason to, offer a draw. Still doesn't give him any right to. e5. King e5. Knight f8. Play g5. King f5. Fate. This is almost certainly drawable with fast play, but I feel it's quite borderline actually, because my king is coming in. Wow, that's actually pretty smart. So close, but now knight g5. And that's over. Queen. Check. Push pawn. Okay, back to event. Okay. Yeah, it's nice to finally win a game. It's already 12:30. I really should be going. I've got a tournament tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I don't know what earth I'm doing playing this tournament. Maroxy Vine tutorial. I don't think I'm the one to make the tutorial. Yeah, I mean, just look at my games. I, I guess the tutorial should be how to get a losing position with the Maroxy Vine in less than 20 moves. I think I would be the most qualified to make that tutorial. But how to play the Maroxy Vine, yeah, you should probably find someone else. Okay, yeah, I guess on this note, I'm gonna end the stream. It's so late now. I really should be getting to bed. So, thank you to everyone who supported the stream. Obviously, I appreciate each and every one of your support, and maybe I'll see some of you tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. I'll